はどうやって効果を確認するかだな。
昨日の夜にベレッタちゃんで試したから。
Damn.
え
So, new episode of Reincarnated Slime just came out here today, and I just want to quickly say this episode was so much fun. Like, can I just quickly say I get some vibes when I was playing Minecraft as a kid, trying to build my own Coliseum, to my own dungeon, because like I've had moments in the past where I wanted to build a dungeon in Minecraft, but it was always so complex. And literally in this episode, we get to see somebody who's able to do that with absolute ease. And she's like the most useless character, but now she's becoming the most popular character in Tempest, which is Rimorous. Because her ability, Dungeon Craft or something like that, is so freaking busted. Also, just want to quickly say, full live reaction on my Patreon. So if you want the full live reaction to a Reincarnated Slime, definitely support us there. Get full length fandom reactions, exclusive fandom reactions, and so much more. But let's get into today's episode. Dude, this whole third season is gonna be such a big like kind of world building and build up of his territory. And it's a lot of fun because like this episode we focused on him building the arena, and they are coming along with that progress so fast. Like originally they were gonna like take a few months to actually build it, but luckily the Beast King were here and they feel like they IOU because like, hey, you're providing us housing, you're providing us food, why don't you let us help out? Because also the Demon Lord Karin's coming over to like participate in the tournament, so they've been doing this for a minute and it's been going really well. And like, yeah, they've gotten done way faster than they wanted it to be. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was isekai'd into another world, one of the first things definitely on my bucket list if I was isekai'd was definitely like building a Coliseum if I had the power to do so, because like it's in like Minecraft when you build anything you want, like if you have that kind of power, then why not just do it? You know what I'm saying? And they did exactly that in this episode here. And then like they even get more fun into like the whole dungeon system, because like our boy's gonna make it so like there's a dungeon under the Coliseum, and this dungeon's gonna have 100 floors. Final floor is gonna have Veldora, and Veldora's absolute excited about this. Like technically Rimuru is kind of taking advantage of him so that way he can like fill the dungeon with monsters, because their magicals actually create monsters to start spawning in. So with like Veldora having like a nuke inside of him ready to go to create a dungeon, he can absolutely do so with more than 100 floors. But on top of that, Rimuru is being able to like create like multiple floors with every like make a floor every hour. She can get like super creative on how she wants to be, and it was just so funny seeing like Rimuru and Rimuru's collabing on like dungeon ideas, and then just knowing like I can make guards traps, can make string traps, stuff like that, and she can make pretty much everything. The only thing she couldn't make though was like unique floors where they had like a snowy terrain, thunder terrain, or something like that, which is kind of unfortunate, even though it'd have been really fun. Yeah, but luckily Milam's coming in clutch. I just don't get how Milam got to the floor they're at. Like keep in mind, at this episode, Milam was on the 100th floor with him. Like she came to the dungeon, went through all the floors just to get the 100th floor to hang out with them. I don't know how she got there, but hey, she got there, and she's gonna hook them up with some dragons, because special dragons like storm dragons, fire dragons, and other dragons seem to have the ability as a passive to create terrains based on where they are. So let's say for example, it's like the same thing in Pokemon with Kyogre and Groudon. If Groudon's there, it's going to be super shiny. If Kyogre's there, it's going to be super rainy. Same kind of process with those dragons. So it looks like they're going to catch those dragons next episode. So I'm like, fight scene next episode? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll see Milam fight. That'd be pretty cool. But who knows? All I know is that though, what is this? Rimorous's ability is so broken, she can literally just create a dungeon with absolute ease. And there's even more OP abilities with the dungeon ability she has. Like she can make it so you can respawn back in. Like if you die in Fortnite, you come back in. That's literally what she has for her like whole thing with it. And the cool thing with this is too, like they're gonna make it so like if you go down the floors, you'll get like treasures and stuff like that. And of course these are just kind of leftover weapons, and some of them are like cursed weapons, well another one of them are kind of just normal weapons and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Rimuru, not only would I want to build a Coliseum, I want to do the exact same thing as a dungeon, because I just know I've had times when I play Minecraft and I was like, oh, you'd be so cool if I built a dungeon like in Legend of Zelda's in Minecraft. That'd be so cool, or like something like that. But the problem is the complexity to it is like so much that it doesn't make sense to do it. In this world, with Remus's ability, you can absolutely do so, and there's like no limitation to what she can actually do with it. So they literally make it so like instead of having a contract with Remus to actually respawn back in, they make it a magic item that people have to buy. And by buying it, you can then like, if you go down the dungeon, you die to one of the boss monsters, you can save in. So it's not a real way to kind of cheat the dungeon. But this whole sequence of events is so freaking cool, and just Veldora popping off, showing off his aura was so sick too. But I have to say, Britta over here got absolutely bodied, because you gotta have a lab rat to test these bracelets, right? Like in all theory, she is a demon, so like even if she dies, right, technically you don't destroy her soul in the dungeon, you just destroy her body. So like she'll come back. So like she was quite literally a lab rat to say the very least, and she had to test it quite a few times to make sure it was actually accurate, which was kind of funny in all fairness. But I just found it so funny when Reamer realized that he actually did that. She was so shocked. I just thought that was ridiculous. Everyone knows like she's not supposed to do that. All these two are like, yeah, that happened, and just like so freaking good. And Veldora was like super hyped, dude. If I was Veldora and you told me to be the final boss of the dungeon, I'd be pretty lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Veldora is definitely like kind of a child and a kid's body, but the kid is like a true dragon who's super freaking broken. Yeah, I feel like if we're all in Veldora's position, we definitely want to be the final boss and be like the cool, like big boss monster. Be like, oh, you made it to my floor. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I love that about Veldora. He just feels like he feels like a kid. Like, you got to get that kid vibe energy off of him, which is so nice. But yeah, and I'll just quickly say at the end here too, when they were doing with the whole traps, it was so funny because Rimuru just told him about a trap that'd be so disrespectful that literally they can't even comprehend it. Like, Rimuru wouldn't be able to understand it because like how it works is that you take out the oxygen in the air, and removing the oxygen really makes it so you can't breathe and stuff like that. And you know what happens if you can't breathe. And of course, she doesn't really understand that because like the whole theory of physics doesn't really make sense in their world. But now that she's been told that, she can kind of understand it and apply her to her dungeon. And can I just say, the way she can be even more, like, understand more complex stuff just to apply her to her dungeon, as long as she has a simple understanding of it, she can replicate it. So that's kind of nutty. I just say, I would never want to verse Rimmer's in her own dungeon. Like, just imagine you go to a boss, right? Domain expansion, my own dungeon. You can't even beat her in it because like she can literally make it so like even if she dies in her own dungeon, I think she can be revived. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I wouldn't be surprised just because it's in our own space. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, light novel readers, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if there's someone who's read the light novel for Reincarnated Slime, like, how broken is her ability? Like, just let me know. Let me know if she can revive herself and stuff like that. Like, how far is stupid is it? Because I think it's pretty stupid already. I feel like the idea of how OP it could be is even more stronger than like Rimuru. Rimuru could still beat her, but I don't feel like you'd be able to beat her in her own dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just a me thing at least. But what do you guys think about this new episode of Reincarnated Slime? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Me personally, fantastic episode. I felt like my inner child got to come out when I was watching Veldora, when he was like being the final dungeon boss and building a dungeon. Cool experiences in my life because like, oh, just give me some. I want to go back and play Minecraft and do what they're trying to do now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll see you guys back here for some more anime. Until then, have a great rest of your day and stay cool because literally it is 97 where I'm at right now. So that's why I'm wearing this tank top. It's super freaking hot. But yeah, have a good day. Cool.